Hi, second grade, it's Miss Giannino, and today we are going to go over our day 13 exit ticket, and you'll get some feedback on whether you got it right or maybe you need to relook at it. So the day 13 exit ticket says, estimate the length of each object in your home, write your estimates in the chart, measure the objects, record each measurement to the closest inch and the measuring tool you used. Okay, so there's a picture of a pencil, a table, and a door. So my job is to estimate how many inches each object is, and then my job is to go and measure to figure out how many inches the object is, and then I have to decide whether I'm going to use a ruler or a yardstick. Okay, so you've made a ruler and you made a yardstick. Now you're going to decide which one makes more sense to use to measure the object that I am measuring. Okay, so my first job is going to be to estimate all of the object's lengths and decide which tool I'm going to use, and then I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to go measure, and then we're going to meet back here so that we can see if my estimates match up to my measurements. I'm going to flip around the camera. All right, so here we go. Here's my paper. Let's see if I can make this a little bit clearer. Okay, so a pencil. Let me think of the length of a pencil. Now I've held a pencil in my hand many times. I'm holding a pen right now, but it's kind of similar to the size of a pencil. I would say that my estimate, or how many inches, how many of my thumb, remember my thumb is an inch, how many inches it would take to cover a pencil, I would say maybe 5. So I'm going to write 5 inches. Okay, and then I'll be able to measure it. And now let me think, should I use a ruler, this length, or should I use a yardstick, this length, pretty long, to measure a pencil? Well, I think a pencil is kind of short, and it's definitely shorter than a ruler. So I think I could use a ruler. Okay, now I'm going to think about a table. A table. I'm thinking about my kitchen table that I sit and eat dinner at, and I know my kitchen table is pretty long. So I'm going to say that my kitchen table would be 75 inches long. And I know that my kitchen table is way longer than this ruler, right? So when I measure it, it might be hard to use this ruler because I would have to put my ruler down and then see where it stops, and then put my ruler down again and see where it stops, and then keep adding on. So instead of using my ruler, I think I'm going to use my yardstick because it's longer. So I'm going to write yardstick. Okay. And then my third object is my front door. Now my front door is pretty wide, but not as wide as my table. So I'm going to measure from going from here to here on my front door. And I would say that that door is about 30 inches. Okay, I would say that the width, or how wide my door is 30 inches. And now my ruler only goes to 12 inches. But my yardstick goes to 36 inches. So I'm going to use my yardstick to measure my door as well. Okay, here are my estimates, and here's the tool that I'm going to use. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my yardstick and my ruler, and I'm going to go measure my pencil, my table, and my door. And I'll meet you back here to tell you what measurements I come up with. Hang tight. Hi, second grade. All right, so I went around and I used my yardstick and my ruler to measure my 3 objects. And here is what I came up with. Let me share my paper with you. Okay, so I'd say that my estimates were pretty accurate. They were pretty close to how the length and the measurements of each of my objects. So I estimated that my pencil would be 5 inches, and I was pretty close because when I measured with my ruler, my pencil was actually 7 inches. So I was pretty close on that one. How about the kitchen table? Okay, well, when I estimated, I said, I think my kitchen table will be 75 inches long. I measured it with my yardstick, and I found that my kitchen table was 72 inches long. Pretty close. I was only 3 inches off on that one. Then I measured my door, the width, so from one side of the door to the other side of the door, and I guessed, or I estimated, that it would be about 30 inches. My measurement with my yardstick said it was 34 inches. So again, I was really close. All right. If you completed your exit ticket and you did a good job, I want you to give yourself a big check or a big smiley face on your exit ticket for day 13. We will see you back here after spring break. So remember, on Thursday, there will be no work, and on Friday, there will be no work, and then all of spring break, we won't have any work to do because we're all gonna take a quick break from school to rejuvenate our bodies and get outside and play and do lots of fun things. So no more math for the next couple of days, but we will see you back here on Monday, April 20th for day 14. All right, I'll talk to you later, second grade.